I think one of the reasons girls are sexualized earlier is that our country's obsession with youth has just gone into overdrive. The media is obsessed with selling a product, and that product is what they consider the ideal beautiful woman. White, very thin, tall, blonde hair, straight hair, certainly. And, she is used to sell everything from Doritos to beer to cars. And it's really ended up in a culture in which young women feel like, one, the only way that they are going to be successful is to meet those unrealistic standards of beauty, but it's also telling young women and young men that women are commodities to be bought and sold and not whole, full people. What's changed since I was a teenager, which was about 10 years ago, was that we've been sexualizing women since, the beginning of media culture. What's changed to me is it's gotten much, much younger. Who is being sold? How young these girls are. Miley Cyrus in Vanity Fair at 15, naked in a bear rug or whatever that was, that very, very young girls are sexualized, and that's making them very confused in terms of, are they sexual objects? Are they supposed to be sexy at 11? And if they are aware enough of sexualization, a lot of the girls that I work with are trying to navigate, well, how do I feel sexy and embrace my healthy sexuality without buying into the media's sexualization of me? What's the difference and where's the line? I think one of the reasons girls are sexualized earlier is that our country's obsession with youth has just gone into overdrive. You used to be, over the hill at 30 in terms of modeling and acting and things like that. Now you're over the hill at 20, 25. And so, there's a focus on much, much younger people. I think it also has to do with the consumer side of things. So this is a generation that has a very large purse and is a driver of a lot of purchases. And so they market to young people, and they use the same marketing techniques that they've used across history, sexualizing women, making them as objects, but they're just doing it with teenagers. As girls start to be teenagers, they start experiencing themselves as women in a very sexist world. The beauty ideas, women aren't supposed to play sports, but they are supposed to be perfect at everything. And they very quickly get the sense that, if you're not the best and if you're not perfect, then there's no place for you in the world, and that's obviously the fault of other women. And so, they start fighting and bullying and things like that. And I think that parents, especially parents of daughters, need to be very aware. There's this great book called Curse of the Good Girl by Rachel Simmons that talks about the impossible standards that we hold our young women to and why it breeds bullying culture. And so I think that parents should get that book. They should talk to young women about sisterhood and friends and how to use the internet responsibly. I also see a lot of bullying culture being enacted in ways that parents don't even realize exist. Do you remember the honesty box in which people would put it on their Facebook page and people could anonymously say anything they wanted to that person? And so kids were harming themselves because their friends were telling them, you're fat, you're disgusting, you should die, all of these horrible things. So I think that we also have to turn to online literacy and teaching internet etiquette to young people. This is going to be part of their lives for the rest of their existence, and they've got to start now by not using it to hurt each other. I'm Shelby Knox, and this is Epiphany.